Happy Friday, everybody. I hope you're having a great week, and we're looking forward to this incredibly hot weekend here in the DC area. I'm Dr. Kim, and my office is here in Fairfax, Virginia, just about a half hour outside of Washington, DC. Thanks for tuning in. And today we're going to start talking about rhinoplasty. So, as you may know, last month, we were not able to do the IG Live because I was quite sick. I had not been sick like that for quite a long time, and some of you may know that. So thank you for your well wishes. It's all in the past now, and I'm glad that I'm feeling better and able to take care of your facial beauty. So, a couple of announcements. We just had a wonderful party where we introduced Diamond Glow, our microdermabrasion machine, to our wonderful patients here. So what we are offering for June is a special on Botox plus Diamond Glow, so we're calling it Glowtox. So you can get the glow from your microdermabrasion treatment, as well as the nice smoothness that comes from your Botox treatment. So call today, call as soon as you can, and get your appointment for June for your Glowtox treatment. You can do it at the same day. You meet with our wonderful esthetician to get your Diamond Glow treatment, and then you can have your Botox treatment with me. So it's a 2-for-1 deal, and so yeah, please call, make an appointment, 703-705-2100. The other promo that we're currently running is our filler special. So as you know, fillers are injections that we do in the office to volumize your face, bring out nice, youthful, beautiful contours. So something I really like to do for my patients. So for now, what we're doing is buy 2 fillers, get 1 free. And so you may want to jazz up your cheeks, you may want to jazz up along your jawline and or lips. So if you would like any or all of those things, please contact the office and we'll get you as soon as we can. Next slide. Okay, our Mother's Day promo is still ongoing. We know Mother's Day is past, but our mothers are always special every day of the year. So bring them in. You can come with your mom. You can come and then bring your mom at a following visit to get a facial for you and your mom when you have a treatment with me. So treat your mom every day like it's Mother's Day. And this is our product of the month. This is one of my favorite skincare products. It's a really big workhorse, and so this is from Elastin, and Elastin is known for helping our skin improve the elasticity, so the ability to bounce back when you do this. The ladies are cringing at me in the back when I pull my skin like this. So as you know, collagen starts to go down over time, but also elastin, the protein in our skin that gives it the bounce back, also starts to lose in terms of the abundance of it and the organization of it. So what Elastin does, it has proprietary technology to help remove the discombobulated elastin and help your skin lay out new organized elastin to help keep the bounce back. So this is the main skincare product for the face, and I apply it every day, twice a day, and it helps me to keep looking young. So yeah, this product's 20% off for the month. So please come and stock up on this. It's great. And yeah, come and stock up on it. So we'll move on to the next. Okay, and you may have met our estheticians, Catherine and Son. Catherine is here on my right, Son here on my left. They're here Tuesdays, Wednesdays, so please come for any skincare concerns, whether it's dark spots, whether it's dry, sensitive skin, whether it's oily skin, whether it's pigment issues. Especially with the summertime, you want to make sure that you're staying ahead of your skincare routine so that you minimize the damage when the sun is hot during the summertime. So yeah, make your appointment with them. They're both wonderful, lovely people, and they're very good with their hands. All right, we're going to talk about our nose. Okay, so I see a lot of patients who come to the office and say, hey, doc, I want to fix my nose. And so the first thing I ask is, well, what bothers you the most about your nose? Name the #1 thing that you would like to change. Many people say the tip. And when I ask, what about the tip? Some of the common things that people say are, well, when I smile, my tip droops. Or, regardless of my facial expression, I feel like my tip's too big, too round. Those are some of the common things that people say. So what's in a tip and how can we address the tip? This is something that we're going to talk about in terms of surgery. So here's a young man who wanted to change the shape of his nose. One of his requests was that his tip become more defined and more sharp, and also that it rotate up a tiny bit. Okay, so here he is before, and he had surgery in January, and this photo was taken in about March, so about 2 months after, where there's a little bit of swelling. But as you can see, the tip, instead of having a round shape going to the very top of the tip, it has more of a flat shape, and the curvature onto the nostril from the side view is a little bit smoother. So this is going to continue to improve in terms of its size and shape and definition over time. Just wanted to show you an example of nice subtle tip change. Okay, this young lady had surgery in May of last year, and this is a picture from about 9 months after surgery. So her main concern about her tip was that, if you see here, there's 2 points at which the light catches the nose, which from the side view means that there's a convexity here. There's a hill and then a valley, and then a hill along the shape of the nostril. So what we did for her was we changed the shape of the tip so that instead of looking like a snowman like this, it became more of a triangle. And so the way that the light hits the side of her nose and the tip is more uniform. So it's a nice change for her. And we can go on to the next slide. And this shows the bottom view. Now, you don't see bottom view in real life very much at all on a day-to-day basis, because you don't go around looking under people's noses and seeing what their nose looks like from the nostril point of view. But this is very critical in terms of how the rest of the nose shape is when it's all said and done. So as you can see, from the side of the nostril moving towards the tip, there's a little dip right here and a little dip right here. It almost looks like a snowman or a gummy bear. So what we did for her was sharpen the tip and smooth out the shape of the side of the nose to look like that. Okay? So you may or may not see here that there is a small line, a faint line across the nostrils, and we're going to talk about that at a later IG Live in terms of an open rhinoplasty, which involves that incision, versus a closed rhinoplasty, which does not. Next slide, please. Okay, this young lady, also wide tip, not very defined, and it also droops when she smiles. So if I can show you on my own nose why my nose droops, okay? If I go like this, my cheeks are pulling out at my nostrils, and what it's doing to my nose is it's going like that, okay? And I can also do this to my nose because I have weak cartilages, okay? And I'll talk briefly about cartilages and what that means for your tip. But suffice it to say that when you look at the shape of her nose, starting from her eyebrows, there should be a nice curve from the eyebrows down the bridge of the nose. What happens here as you go towards the tip is that it flares out. It almost makes like a parenthesis. So instead of doing that, what we decided to do for her was to help the brow dorsum aesthetic line, that's what we call it, so that it becomes smooth as it approaches the tip. So now she has a smoother tip. And this picture, I think she's about 6 months out after surgery. We did surgery in late 2020, and this is her three-quarter view last summer. And this is her with the base view. Okay, very flat tip. It almost looks like a trapezoid instead of a triangle. So what we did was sharpen the tip to make it come together like that. Okay, so I think that was a nice change for her, and she likes it too. So that's great. Some people have really flat tips, especially Asian people like me. I can do this to my nose all day, and you can see how malleable my tip is, so to say. So often for Asian patients, what we do for the rhinoplasty, in addition to building the bridge, we build the tip really high so that it matches it complements the higher nasal bridge. So what we did for her was we put extra cartilage along the existing cartilages to increase the height of the nose. So that's a view of the bottom of her nose, I think a week after surgery. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so let's go back one slide actually. So what I'm going to show you with this diagram here, okay, and we're going to look mainly at this one. So the tip shape is really determined by three major things, okay? So each one of these is a cartilage on the side of your nose, and you have one on your right side, one on your left side, okay? Depending on the shape and size of this cartilage, your nose will look a certain shape, okay? So if this curve is really wide, then the tip of your nose will be really wide. If this side part is really big, then the tip may look really round, especially when you look just above the tip. How this one is connected to that one, okay, also determines how wide your nose is. If it's loosely connected, like mine are, then it won't maintain much of a shape. The other part is how these are connected to the upper lateral cartilage. So if these are sitting on top of there, the nose will be a little bit shorter and maybe a little more rotated, like Miss Piggy style. However, if the connection here is not good at all, then it might droop, as it does with some people over time. So those three main things: the shape of this cartilage itself, how they're hooked up to each other, and then how they're hooked up to the structures above it. So those three things are among the factors that we can change during surgery. Okay? So with that, we'll open the floor to any questions.
A question from a user asked, can you use filler for my tip?
So to a degree, you can use filler for your tip, yes. So some people who have kind of round, flat tips, you can inject straight down the middle to bring out the tip this way. And we have some before and afters, but not on this slideshow. So what that does is it puts filler in where you would have put cartilage material during surgery. So in order to change the shape of your nose in surgery, we use cartilage. Either the existing cartilage that's already there, or cartilage in your nose. We'll elaborate more on cartilage at a later time. But basically, if you reposition or reshape this cartilage and you put in additional cartilage, you can reshape the tip. So when I think of putting in filler, I think of where and what kind of shape would I put in cartilage during surgery. And I use that approach in terms of where I place the filler. So for tip filler, I usually go in through the tip itself and inject kind of this way to boost right here. And as as the filler goes in, it helps move the tip forward and give it a tiny more bit of a point. There is a limit to how much filler can change the tip of your nose. So if it's super flat like some of the examples you saw here, surgery is probably the better answer for you.
Okay. Another user asked, is it possible to just have surgery on my tip?
Yes, it is possible to have surgery only on your tip. So if you don't have any concerns about the upper part of the nose or the sides of the nose, you can have limited surgery just on your tip. What we can do is change the shape to the way you like, how far it comes forward, how much it's rotated, how sharp it is. So that is absolutely possible. It would be a tiny bit of a shorter surgery than for a full rhinoplasty, which could involve taking down the hump or other maneuvers.
Another user asked, what is the recovery for a tipoplasty?
So a tip rhinoplasty recovery, so the day of surgery, it takes about 2 or 3 hours. Then you go home, rest that day. A week after, you come back, we remove the dressings. And after that, you'll see the tip of your nose ebb and flow in terms of the swelling, in terms of the discomfort. Over the worst part of it is probably over in 2 to 3 weeks. Okay. After that, there's a little bit more of an ebb and flow of healing over 2 to 3 months. The final product usually would take about a year to realize. But you have a semblance of the final product at about the 3 to 4 month mark.
Okay. Another user asked, "Where's Nala?"
Where's Nala?
Let's get her.
Yeah, Nala's the real star of the show here at the office. For those of you who have met her, she's my golden doodle. She's toy-sized. She'll be 2 this fall. So she's full grown, and we love her. She loves all of our patients. So we'll see her when I think she's coming around the corner.
She's running. She is running.
There you are, little one. There you are. There you are. Ooh, ooh. Say hi. Okay. All right. Thank you for tuning in. Again, call the office for our specials, for our promotions for the summer. Come get your microdermabrasion. It's a great treatment regardless of the season or time of year. And I want to be able to help your beauty, help you bring out your best self so that you can show your best self to the world and display your confidence in that manner. Again, thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay cool. Turn up the AC. Thanks again.